Students, we are discussing a chapter called Strategies for Enhancement in Food Production. In the previous class, we studied animal husbandry in the dairy farming, poultry, beekeeping, as well as fisheries. Okay, now we are move on to the next topic called as a animal breeding. First, the definition of the animal breeding is the process of selective mating of animals with desirable genetic characters. Such mating process is called animal breeding. In other words, the creating or producing a new breed with superior characters in the progeny is an important aspect of animal husbandry. Okay, so the animal husbandry, the main aim is to increase the yield of animals and improving the desirable qualities of the progeny. For example, in the dairy animals, any one dairy animal does not able to produce a maximum amount of milk. In that condition, when we are perform the animal breeding in the next generation, what the offsprings or progenies are there, in that we are going to increase the yield or increase the production of milk. Okay, then when come to the breed is defined as it is a group of animals related by descent and similar in most characters like general appearance, features, or size or configuration, etc. Okay, so breed a group of a related animals which are similar characters, that is called as a breed. Next, when come move on to the types of breeding process. There are two types are there. One is inbreeding, another called as a outbreeding. When come to the first one, inbreeding. The mating of more closely related individuals within the same breed having common ancestors for 4 to 6 generation. Such mating process is called inbreeding. In mean inside. That means the group of individuals, those individuals having same ancestor, they are came from same ancestor, such breeding process we call as a inbreeding. So when come to the inbreeding, the superior male and female is identified and mated in pairs. First we are going to select or identify the superior male and superior female. For example, in come to the dairy animals, the superior male, the male, a cattle, a male bull is disease resistance in the superiority character or physically strong, okay, and adjustable to the a different type of the climatic future. In this character it is superior. When come to the female cow, it is a produce maximum amount of milk, okay, and able to produce a good quality or good characters of young one. Such superior characters of male, superior characters of female we are identified, then we are allow the mate or breed or reproduce. Then what happens, what the progenies comes from those male and female, such progenies obtained are evaluated and superior males and females among them are identified for further mating. So from after the mating of superior male and superior female, what the young ones progenies are obtained, such in that progenies we are going to evaluate which are the characters are inherited. So such we are going to identify. Then Here, the best example already I told, nothing but the production of milk or more milk per lactation. And also, the advantages of the inbreeding is superior male which gives rise to the superior progeny. Inbreeding increases the homozygosity. The same what the parents we are going to select and involve the inbreeding process, what the parents having the characters, same characters are inherited in the progeny, that is called as a homozygosity. Inbreeding is necessary to create the pure lines in any animal. Pure line means it is a process in which group of closely related individuals of identical genetic constituents. Such group of closely related individuals we call as a pure line. So the inbreeding increases or create the pure lines. Then inbreeding exposes harmful recessive genes that are eliminated by selection. So when we are perform the inbreeding process to a selected animal, this inbreeding process able to eliminate harmful recessive genes. This is one of the most important advantage of the inbreeding. Second one is the next one is the inbreeding helpful in accumulation of superior genes. The inbreeding helpful or it able to maintain the a superior gene only what the parents having the such superior character genes. Then among these advantages there is a one disadvantage is there. Major disadvantage is when we perform continuous inbreeding process, such continuous inbreeding process reduces the fertility and productivity. Such condition is called inbreeding depression. Inbreeding depression. So what happens when we are going to perform the inbreeding process continuously? So it reduces the fertility rate. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ ಮೇಲ್ನ ಒಂದು ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ನ ಎರಡು ತೊಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಟಲ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಒಂದು ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ ಬುಲ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಒಂದು ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಕೌ ತೊಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದು ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಫಿಸಿಕಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ನೆಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದರಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರೋಜೆನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಂಗ್ ಒನ್ಸ್, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ 2 ಯಂಗ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿರ್ತವೆ. ಆ 2 ಯಂಗ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ನ ಮತ್ತು ಅವೆರಡು 2 ಯಂಗ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಬ್ರೀಡ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಂಗ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ, ಆ ಯಂಗ್ ಒನ್ಸಿಂದ ಮತ್ತೆ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಅದೇ ಯಂಗ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇನ್ಬ್ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬರ್ತಾ ಫರ್ಟಿಲಿಟಿ ರೇಟು ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ರೇಟು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿಂಪಲಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ವಿ ಈಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಫುಡ್. ಸೊ ಒಂದೇ ಥರದ ಫುಡ್ನ ದಿನ ತಿಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಮತ್ತು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಅದೇ ಥರ ಊಟನ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದರೆ ಅವಾಗೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಎ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಸಫಿಷಿಯೆಂಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಯೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ದೆನ್ ಅವರ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋ ಮಾಲ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ ಡಿಸೀಸಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇಲ್ಲಾಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇನ್ಬ್ರೀಡಿಂಗ್, ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇನ್ಬ್ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್? ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಈಸ್ outbreeding program, outbreeding processes. This is the best solution to overcome inbreeding depression. Then when come to a second type of animal breeding is outbreeding. Outbreeding is defined as the breeding of unrelated animals which may be between individuals of same breed but have no common ancestors for 4 to 6 generation, or between different breeds or different species. The whole process is called as a outbreeding. In the outbreeding process, we are going to perform three factors. One is breeding or mating between the same breed but no common ancestors. Like that, mating between two different breeds or mating between two different species. ಒಂದು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, ಅದೇ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇದೇ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಬೇರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಬ್ರೀಡ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದೇ ಬ್ರೀಡ್ ಬಟ್ ಅದರ ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಓಕೆ, ವೆನ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್, ದ ಔಟ್ ಬ್ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ classified into three types. One is outcrossing, cross breeding, third one called as a interspecific hybridization. When come to the first one, outbreeding, the mating of animals within the same breed but having no common ancestor on either side of their pedigree up to 4 to 6 generation is called outcrossing. Outcrossing is also defined as breeding or mating between two individuals of same breed which do not have common ancestor. Such process is called outcrossing. What the offsprings are obtained after the outcrossing? Such offsprings undergo again a breeding process. A single outcross often helps to overcome inbreeding depression. ಸೊ ಈ ಔಟ್ಕ್ರಾಸಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಏನು ಪ್ರೋಜಿನಿ ಅದು ಆಫ್ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಆ ಆಫ್ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಇನ್ಬ್ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಯಾವುದೇ ಅನಿಮಲ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬ್ರೀಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, ಮೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ಬ್ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ದೆನ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಬ್ರೀಡಿಂಗ್, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಔಟ್ ಕ್ರಾಸಿಂಗಿಂದ ಮೇನ್ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಸೊ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಫರ್ಟಿಲಿಟಿ, increase the productivity. Increase the fertility as well as increase the productivity ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. And also it may helpful to accumulation of superior genes also, and also new genes are also accumulate here. Then cross breeding, second one, the breeding between two different breeds, or the superior male of one breed is mated with the superior female of another breed. So this cross breeding allows the desirable qualities of two different breeds to be combined. Best example is Hisardal. It is a new breed of sheep developed in Punjab by crossing Bikaneri Eves and Merino Rams. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಬಿಕನೇರಿ ಈವ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಶೀಪ್, ಮ್ಯಾರಿನೋ ರ್ಯಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಶೀಪ್. ಬಟ್ ಬಿಕನೇರಿ ಈವ್ಸ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬ್ರೀಡ್, ಮ್ಯಾರಿನೋ ರ್ಯಾಮ್ಸ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬ್ರೀಡ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಬಿಕನೇರಿ ಈವ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರೀಡ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ನಾವು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಲೆಗ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಸೈಜ್ಡ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಮ್ಯಾರಿನೋ ರ್ಯಾಮ್ಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ what happens, it's a compared to the height, compared to the Bikaneri Eves, the height is longer, but the breeds are different, ancestors are also different. Such we are going to cross is called as a cross breeding. So the best example, nothing but the Hisardal. Next, interspecific hybridization, the breeding between or mating between two different species different ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. Okay. The advantages is, in some cases the offsprings or progeny may be combined desirable features of both the parents and may be considerable economic values. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವು ಈ ಥರ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಬ್ರೀಡ್ಸ್ನ, ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಆ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರು ಮತ್ತು ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಯಂಗ್ ಮನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಹೊಸ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಸಮೇತ ಬರೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. For the interspecific hybridization, the best example is mule. It is a hybrid offsprings obtained by successfully by crossing between the female horse and the male donkey. Female horse and male donkey. What the mule is there, it is a stronger, swifter, hardier, disease resistance and more capable of hard work. Okay, more capable of hard work. So here what the donkey is there, the male donkey is there, it is the scientific name is the Equus asinus, and the female horse is there is Equus caballus. ಇವೆರಡನ್ನು ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ನೋಡಿರಿ, ಡಾಂಕಿ ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಹಾರ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಈ ಡಾಂಕಿನ ಹಾರ್ಸ್ನ ಎರಡನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಮ್ಯೂಲ್ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಇಂಟರ್ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ hybridization. Next, when we are move on to the next aspect called as a control breeding experiments. Control breeding experiment. There are different techniques are there. Those techniques are improve the quality of animals as well as increase the yield. In this class, in your chapter, we studied the two breeding techniques. One is the artificial insemination, AI. Another called as a MOET, multiple ovulation embryo transfer technology or technique. MOET is also called as SOET, super ovulation embryo transfer technology. When come to the artificial insemination. Artificial insemination means the process in which collection of semen from the male reproductive tract. Such process of collection of semen is called as a artificial insemination. So collecting the semen, the liquid which contain the sperm, that is called as a semen. Such collection of semen from male reproductive tract. What we are going to collect a semen, such semen is introduced or passed into the female reproductive tract artificially without any involvement of mating or reproductive process. That is called as a artificial insemination. The collected semen may be used immediately or can be frozen for later use. The collected semen, when we are going to frozen or preserve, the preservation technique is called cryopreservation. In this technique, the preserving of any biological substance in minus 190 degrees centigrade. The preserved semen can be transported in a frozen form where the female and which female is required. So when come to the process is, for example, one bull is there, male cattle is there, dairy animal is there. Such dairy animal is the superior characters are, one is disease resistance, second physically strong, third adjust to the any type of environment. Okay. When we involve such superior character male into the breeding process with any female, what the offsprings are comes, those offsprings we are going to get such superior characters. But one thing is, what the such superior character bull is there, such bull we are not going to transport everywhere. In that condition, we are going to collect the semen and preserve. Then we are going to export and import anywhere. Okay, anyway, so here the process is, first we are going to collect the semen from the a male. How means nothing but there are some instruments are there with expert doctors. Those doctors and those experts, with the help of some instrument, they are able to collect the semen. Collect the semen. So such collected semen is preserved in the minus 190 degree centigrade. Such semen is introduced in which female undergo a mating process. That is, in such female we are going to introduce the semen. When come to the advantages, a single superior male semen can be used to inseminate more females. Nearly inseminate 50,000 cows for single ejaculation. The collected semen is introduced or inseminate nearly 50,000 cows. Next, the semen collected from the healthy and superior variety of bulls can be used to inseminate number of cows. Then, naturally, the bull is capable of producing millions of sperm at each ejaculation. Then, the second advantage is the semen can be transported in distant places. Then, easy to export and import. The most of the high quality sides, but the male animals is expensive. The cost of semen is much lower than that of buying a sire of desired quality. Next advantage is, by nature the most male animals are aggressive. This can cause problems for breeders who keep male animals for breeding, because of the animals can become dangerous. Through the use of artificial insemination, the breeders need not keep the male animals. Okay, this is about the artificial insemination. Next, we are move on to the second breeding technique called multiple ovulation embryo transfer technology. So, this technique helpful for increasing the herd size. That means increase the number of animals in a herd, in a shed. The first, it is used to improve the chances of successful production of hybrids. The first step of multiple ovulation embryo transfer technology is, first we are going to select the cow. The cow which is the cow. Second is the male bull. After selecting the male bull and female cow, what the cow is there, in that cow we introduce the FSH hormone, follicle stimulating hormone. This hormone induces the follicular maturation and production of many number of eggs. That actually what happens, the cow from the estrous cycle able to produce one egg, but when we are inject the FSH hormone, by this hormone able to produce the many number of egg. That process is called as super ovulation or multiple ovulation. After inject the FSH hormone inside a female cow reproductive tract, what happens, there is a 6 to 8 eggs are produces. 6 to 8 eggs are produces a single estrus cycle. In that condition, we introduce the a semen by artificial insemination technique into the female reproductive tract. Then what happens inside the cow, inside the female reproductive tract of the female cow, the egg and sperm both are fused together. Fertilization is taken place. After fertilization, what the 6 to 8 eggs are there, all the 6 to 8 eggs are able to fertilize. Those after fertilization, what the 6 to 8 cells are there, each and every cell attains the 8 to 32 cell stage. 8 to 32 cell stage. After attaining this stage, we collect the eggs. For example, 8 eggs are there. In that one egg we are going to left in that body only. Remaining 7 eggs we are going to collect. Each egg is inserted into the other a female cow. So after the collection of a 7 fertilized eggs, each and every egg is introduced or insert into the female reproductive tract of the other a poor yielders of female cow. Then what happens at a time, the 8 female cow able to giving birth to the 8 young ones. What the 8 young ones are there, all the 8 young ones or offsprings are having a superior characters. Then which cow we inject the FSH hormone and undergo superovulation, such cow we called as a genetic mother. Then what the a fertilized eggs we are going to insert it into the female reproductive tract of other female cows, or the cow which receive the fertilized egg, those cows we are called as a surrogate mother. Surrogate mother. In this way, we increase the a number of a superior quality of young ones. Okay, this is about the multiple ovulation embryo transfer technology. Then this technology is used to increase the herd size in a short time, as well as we are going to increase the number of individuals what we expect the characters. Okay. This is about the animal breeding types as well as control breeding experiments. Next class we are move on to the plant breeding. Thank you.